Hi everyone, thank you for being here today. Do we get connection with Andrew? Can we see Andrew on the screen? Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's keep Andrew there. I think Priscilla will join us later. So, as I said, thank you all for coming. I'd like to introduce the panel. We have a roundtable for talking about legal tech. We'll talk later about what legal tech means because there's lots of discrepancies about the meaning of legal tech. But first of all, I'd like to introduce all of the members of the panel. I'll start with Andrew. Andrew Fletcher from Thomson Reuters. Please introduce yourself when we finish the round of the names. Miguel Montero, which is the CEO of Atomian, which is probably one of the most powerful legal startups or startups in the legal tech field. Eugenia Navarro, which is a well-known professor of the ESADE as well as a consultant in the legal industry. And last but not least, Priscilla should be joining anytime from Brazil. So as soon as we get connection, I'll be informed and we'll ask her to join. So Andrew, please, if you could introduce yourself and tell us a bit about what you guys are doing there.
Yeah, Sean, I hope you can hear me okay. Let me know if not. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for having me. I'm sorry to not be there in person. I think it's been about 10 years since I was in Barcelona at Mobile World Congress, so I'm definitely due another trip, which I hope to do very soon. But it's a pleasure to be able to join you remotely. At Thomson Reuters Labs, we are an innovation team within Thomson Reuters. Thomson Reuters, as many of you are probably aware, supplies many products to legal professionals, particularly to bring legal content, legal expertise, and also legal software to serve a number of tasks from contract review to billing to time capture, etc. And Thomson Reuters Labs is an innovation team. We have data scientists who really bring AI capabilities into our products to better serve legal professionals.
Thank you. Oh, Priscilla just joined. So hi, Priscilla. Thank you for joining from Brazil.
Hello, everyone.
So if you could...
I'm talking from Brazil. I'm sorry for my late time here.
No problem. Thank you for joining. We know about the time difference. So please go ahead and introduce yourself. Priscilla is a CEO of Legaltech, venture builder, as well as an investor. So please, if you could introduce yourself.
Yes, please. I am Priscilla Spadinger. I am now CEO from Aleve Legaltech Ventures in Brazil, and we are a venture builder that construct legal techs here in Brazil and all of the world. Our first legal tech is an American one called IPP Block, and now we have 7, and our goal is to be 30 legal techs in 5 years, and then sell them and continue investing in legal techs. Okay?
Wow, really impressive. So, Eugenia, tell us about yourself.
Thank you, Ignasi. I'm very happy to be here. So I was working in marketing. My first contact with the legal sector was trying to understand what the client wants. And I really realized that they want something different, that they want to be served in a different way. So the legal tech is a kind of new way to serve the clients, and I think it was so important. So there are now 20 years I'm teaching marketing, but also legal tech, trying to reinvent the legal profession and trying to help the students to understand that the only main objective is not to be partner in a law firm, but to be entrepreneur and to better understand what the clients want.
Interesting. We will go deeper into that. And last but not least, Miguel, please tell us about Atomian and all the things you guys are doing in legal.
Thanks for having me, Ignasi. As you say, I'm a software developer. I'm founder and CEO at Atomian. We built an artificial intelligence, and I want to remark the determiner. Since I work with language, it has to be very precise. So we built an artificial intelligence, a brand new artificial intelligence. Then we found applications, especially in the legal sector, reading documents and just landing real, actual applications that lawyers and law people can use for their day-by-day work.
Okay, thank you. We'll go deeper into that because we know that you guys are developing real cases instead of talking about, artificial intelligence sounds really big, but one of the things that is really impressive about Atomian is that you guys are developing not MVPs, but real software that is helping clients and delivering services. So just for those who don't, know lots of faces here, I'm a lawyer and I'm an entrepreneur myself. I started my law firm in 2003, and then I'm part of an international group of 5,000 people. But I feel myself more like an entrepreneur in the legal sector rather than thinking that I'm a lawyer, even though I have lots of clients here, so I'm sure that they think that I'm their lawyer. So before we start to get in the questions, one of the elements that we think we have to agree is what do we think legal tech is all about? Because if we have people in corporations, developing legal tech solutions. We have investors who are developing, startups as well as investing in startups in the legal tech field. We have a legal tech startup with artificial intelligence, and we have a professor, a consultant in the legal. What's legal tech all about? And I would like to hear from you. What do you guys think is legal tech? My view is because there's lots of noise about that concept. For me, legal tech is three things, very simple ones: either software or online services that their main target is to minimize or reduce the need to go to a traditional law firm. That's one of the elements that you could capture there. The second one is that same one is legal services or software that eliminates or makes efficient the service providing. And let's say artificial intelligence could work by eliminating the need of the lawyer or by making it more efficient, either in cost or in time. So you have the eliminate or the reduction of legal services. The second is they make it more efficient. And the third, marketplaces that you put in touch, or new ways of putting in touch lawyers and their clients. But I would like to hear, especially from Eugenia, what does she think about what legal tech is all about?
So you're is right. There is many conceptions of what legal tech means. In my point of view, is the application of the technology at the legal sector. It's so simple. For me, the first part is managing the models that means being more efficient, what you say, no? The process, even try to measure the value of the legal services delivery, KPIs and things like this. So that part is very, very important. Another one is the empowerment of the consumer of legal services. So we can see many models in the market that they can find the contract that they want to do, or maybe to follow the litigation firm. Is something that is very related in the empowerment of the people that is buying legal services. The third one, and for me that is very, very important, is related in the way that you are delivering legal services, and even better, the way that you can innovate the way that you are selling services, creating new products. And for me that is very important, because the clients, and I'm conducting a research that will be presented the next December, they really want efficiency. And efficiency needs the technology. And that is something that makes the different models, I don't want to say only law firms, but also the alternative legal service providers or startups. That is a competitive advantage, to be more effective and to find which is the pain point for the client, and the technology is a key point to innovate. And for me that is very, very important. And the fourth, probably the fourth point, is new areas of law. That is needed to understand this world. For example, blockchain is something that is the way they are changing completely the way that the people is relating in contracts. So for me, something also very important could be related with empowerment of the user of legal services. But for me, it's these four parts that is covered by legal tech.
Okay, very deep and interesting approach. Andrew, what do you think about it?
Sure, and I agree with a lot of those comments that were made, and I think that ultimately legal tech includes any technology that a lawyer is using. And a lot of that will be the same technology that many of us use in our everyday lives. But also there's a lot of specialized legal tech. You know, we know that legal is a sector that is very nuanced. You know, there's lots of specific language that is used. So I think there are many occasions when we need specialized technology. But I think ultimately what it boils down for me is legal tech should be about enabling two things. In the legal profession, we want to create consistent, high-quality experiences for our clients. And I think what legal tech does is it enables us to scale to be able to do that in many more different use cases. So I think legal tech includes very specialized technology that's tailored for the legal profession, but it's all about providing accessibility and experience.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. You see, have different approaches. I disagree with Andrew on his definition of legal tech, because legal tech, if that includes all of the technologies that we use, that includes computers, software, Microsoft software, even the Teams or the Zoom. So let's challenge that. Priscilla, what's your approach on legal tech? Since you're an investor, you pretty much need to know what you're investing in.
See, yes. I mean, I'm listening to translating. I'm not listening in English, but I think I understood. Are you listening good?
Yes. So the question
Thank
is,
you.
Tell us about what your thought of legal tech is. You create ventures and you invest in ventures of legal tech.
Yes, please. Legal tech for me is the same as Eugenia told us here. It's to put technology in law and innovation. And for me here, like Aleve, I am looking for programs to understand how to optimize the time for our lawyers here. I am a lawyer. I'm an M&A lawyer, okay? And I used to be a consultant, a market consultant for office as well. And then when we decided to invest in Aleve Legal Tech Ventures, we decided to put IA money, artificial intelligence, a networking platform to understand how these lawyers can make business together. More than, because here in Brazil we are the second country in the world in numbers of lawyers. I don't know if you know that.
Wow.
But the first one is the United States, and Brazil is the second one. We have more lawyers than population here, okay?
That's not a tourism attraction. Huh? I would say the opposite. The more lawyers, the worse.
Yes, it's true. It's not good. That's why I decided to invest this and innovate. And we are looking for an automatic resolution as well to put everybody together and decide the process very fast. And we are looking to jurimetry, I'm not sure in English, but it's the time to understand the judges, the head, to understand the decisions and to understand how to make them very similar for the same case, okay? But not the same because we are lawyers. We have to think every time how to do it fastly, okay? That's my goal here, to do the judge, to make the justice very fast. For us, justice is the correct law, okay? For the population, that's it. We are looking here in technology.
Okay, thank you. Access to justice is one of the main things in that field, and efficiency also is good for giving power to the customers and clients on that access to both justice as well as legal services. Miguel, tell us, you are the real legal tech thing.
Thank you. In my case, from my approach, which is AI, I always think I didn't build an AI to dehumanize the world. I built an AI to humanize the world. So I'm not talking about replacing lawyers, in this case, for machines. To the contrary, it's making lawyers more available to the human contact. So that would be the first thing. Of course, AI and other technologies are transforming the way that lawyers practice and do their work, but it has to be more efficient, more interesting for them and for their clients and all the stakeholders around them. And then the third part, in my case, especially in my case, I see big companies investing lots in AI and other technologies. For me, legal tech overall has to be democratizing access to really cutting-edge tools in my field, especially. And one last thing, let me add it. In particular, we've seen lawyers using thousands of hours reading documents, which is a quite mechanical task. So let's start your journey, your transformation journey, which actually began decades ago with the introduction of many tools that were unable to think, they were unable to think about these technologies they're using on their day-by-day basis now. Let's start your AI journey just reading documents and automating these boring and non-value-adding tasks around your day-by-day work.
It's a very nice approach. It doesn't kill the lawyers, but make their lives way easier, which I love. I love that. I mean, I want to keep my job, and also I want my job to be better. So thank you, Miguel, for that approach. Probably some of you don't remember, but long time ago, lawyers tend to exchange contracts by fax. So imagine what it meant. And that was a technology back then. Before fax, there was nothing. So you need to change it. So the red line of a contract had to be done by fax. So technology, general technology, evolves and includes in the service legal providing. And whatever makes life efficient is good, not only for the clients, which I agree 100%, but also for the lawyers. Lawyers don't like to do, due diligence. They like to do the contracts, even the high-end part of the contract. So for those who have a legal training here, don't be afraid of technology. It's going to make our life way better. So going to your specific areas of expertise, I would like to hear Andrew. You are providing legal solutions even for law firms. I think that I'm one of the clients, so I know what you guys are doing. But how do you enrich your portfolio of services? What's your strategy in terms of M&A, investing in startups in the legal tech field? Do you go to venture builders that the one Priscilla is managing? How do you get that technology access in order to provide those services to your clients? Tell us a bit about your M&A corporate strategy.
Yeah, sure, and it's a very big question, so I'll try to at least give some part of that answer today. So I think our strategy at Thomson Reuters, we provide a lot of solutions to legal professionals, both in corporate legal departments, in governments, and in law firms as well. We have been working hard for a while now, but that's accelerating to really try to create that as a unified experience. And so last year we launched something called Legal Home, which is something that anyone who is a Thomson Reuters customer of any sort can access, and it gives them one portal to bring together various Thomson Reuters products. But the other part of that as well, of course, is we don't seek to do absolutely everything that a lawyer would need. We recognize that there's lots of opportunities to partner. There's obviously many legal tech startups operating today. And I think there are many examples where we already are partnering with them, and my message to anyone in the audience today would be please do look at opportunities to come and work with us. So just perhaps two very quick examples about that. So one, we have a large workflow product, a collaboration product, which is called HiQ. And so with HiQ, we actually have a really well-established number of partnerships where people can integrate into that platform that ranges from very large companies to smaller ones as well. And particularly in the AI space, we have something which is called the AI Hub, which is essentially the way that anyone can use an AI provider to then get data into and process within the HiQ platform. So HiQ is very good at bringing structured information and then using that to trigger lots of different workflows. It's a fantastic tool. But another thing that we're doing from a partnership perspective is we actually just very recently, I think it was last month, announced that we've created a $100 million venture fund. And so this is something where we're actually in the process of seeking companies to reach out to us who are interested in seeking early stage investment. So that's available through thomsonreuters.com/ventures. And so that's obviously a route for investment, but obviously we look at opportunities where we can partner and integrate much more closely together as well.
Thank you. Definitely.
Andrew, we will be together.
Yeah, Andrew, thank you. It's very interesting because we all in the legal industry know about HQ and how powerful that is in terms of linking all the solutions. It's good to know that you guys are creating a venture with 100 million to invest in Legaltech, and that brings to Priscilla. Priscilla, tell me, why are you looking when you invest? What is the minimum ticket? How the traction? Tell us if there's anyone here with a legal startup or legal startup in mind, how can they approach something towards getting to you? So tell us about your investment thesis.
Okay, very nice, and I'm very excited here, listening Andrew and everybody here, okay? We are a venture builder, like I told everyone, and like a venture builder, we decided to construct the idea that came for us. We understood that venture capital, private equities, didn't have so much opportunities to put their money, like Andrew, for example. And when the entrepreneur comes to me, they have just an idea, and I decided to help them, to give the hand and say, okay, you can focus on your idea, and I will put counter, lawyers, marketing, selling, everything that you need to put your idea on the market, okay? In the market. And then now we have lots of goals to understand here, and I give you some examples, okay? Now we have here a legal tech called IPP Block. Like I told in the beginning, this is an American legal tech, came to Brazil to understanding that we are a very huge market, the second in the world, like I told, and then to teach everybody here about blockchain, to understand how to protect your documents in a fifth revolution in the internet, okay? And then to put IPP Block in your solutions, you can go fast and protect your documents. The second one was NIIT. NIIT is a platform that can give for the companies compliance, governance, and GDPR, because here in Brazil is very new GDPR, okay? And to put everything together in a platform and to give these opportunities. We have 5 in our portfolio here, and like I told you, we want 30 in 5 years, but the last one that came here is very interesting. Its name is HIP-E, and you can control all of your documents to give the information for your family when you died. Because here in Brazil it's very interesting because we have a very huge marketing, 200,000 population, okay? And then you can put your documents inside of this platform and to give everyone that you need in the end. So we are looking for all the opportunities that we can do together.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Very, very interesting. Miguel, we know that lots have been said in terms of artificial intelligence, in terms of the products and, on the need to train with senior legal advisors, those capabilities in terms of artificial intelligence. We know that Atomian has been able to create something that is already in the market. Tell us about how tangible those products are for people to know.
How much time do I have?
Very little, because I think we are about to finish, so
okay.
I have to ask the last question.
In our case, we are not a native legal tech company. So we first built this artificial intelligence. The founding team knew that it was amazing, but we were the only ones to know, because it did essentially nothing. Then we started finding what were the applications. And then the market told us, in the legal sector, you have lots to say. If you're capable, one important thing, if you're capable of giving them the accuracy they are demanding, then you have something to say in this market, which is what we did. Because when AI community is celebrating a 90% of accuracy, the lawyer says, what? One mistake every 10 operations? That's completely unacceptable.
Impossible.
So what we thought in that moment, and then we discovered we were true, is our technology could be 100% accuracy and artificial intelligence. So we draw this journey for the lawyers, as I said before. You have to first start by reading all your documents automatically. Not only because you will automate your processes, saving huge costs and making your job a lot more interesting, but also because this is the gate to a second step on this journey. That is, then you will have finally your own database of knowledge about all your activity. And then you can start this process of transformation in the way you give democratic access to all your organization about this legal knowledge you have inside. And then you can do what today is most called AI, which is analytics. But you have to cross all these stages of the journey. Right now, we are in the market with two particular products for the Spanish legal framework that really change the way that lawyers work in the day-by-day basis. And both of them are about reading documents. So they send us the document, we read the document, we extract the critical information in this document, and we just deliver what's this information. But the consequences of this, when you already have an electronic way, let's say, which is a quite old word, but an electronic way to get this document, and then you have many software and platforms and tools to finish automatically some process from this document, but you're still reading this document, so we are bypassing this need of manually reading 200 documents per day with our tools that are already, as you say, and thank you, in the market, and helping law firms all sizes at the same time. That's why I say we democratize the access to AI, to streaming AI tools in this moment.
Okay. Thank you. Very interesting, and I could vouch that they do what he says Atomian does. So last but not least, Eugenia, tell us about what's missing in the academia, what's missing in the training, what's missing in the new lawyers. How about the interaction between engineers and lawyers? Because this is technology applied to the legal world. So tell us a bit about it.
I think this is very important that you say, because I think the lawyers need to start to collaborate between other professions and other knowledge, what we call the liquid organizations, which is working with teams with the best skills, no? And probably only a lawyer is very difficult, that they can develop the technology to solve the client's problem. But they need to work together with engineers, probably data science, to develop what the client needs. And for me, that is the key point, to understand what is the need for the clients. And we cannot forget the legal department, the internal legal departments, the in-house lawyers. So they also are having a revolution, because their CEOs are asking to be more precise, to don't have risk, and also to be very effective. And for that reason, I think the legal departments are they are leading the transformation of the legal sectors, and they are shaking the law firms, asking for more. And I think this is very important. From the point of view when it's missing in the academy, so we can not teach people to become partner in a law firm. And for me, it's something very, very important. So we have to understand the profession is something else. And to face the challenge of this new decade, it is very important to put new knowledge and new skills and new competences. For me, one of the more relevant is Legaltech. They need to be teaching Legaltech, but not with something extra of the profession. To be honest, as a part of the profession, when a lawyer has to challenge 3,000 contracts or 3,000 process, so they need to understand which technology is in the market to help them, because they cannot say, okay, let's go. So it's a different approach. And for me, this is a key point. And we are talking about T-shaped professionals, data professionals, but I think data and technology will be a part essential to face the challenges of the profession nowadays.
Okay, thank you very much. I think it's key to hear that the tools for training lawyers are extraordinarily important, and you need to get used to those tools for not getting to learn those tools then when you are practicing law, but during the time that you're being trained. So thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Eugenia. Thank you all for coming. This is just an appetizer of something that we will create in the future, talking about legal tech. So stay tuned, and thank you again. Have a good day.